kitchen. Today I'm going to be filming a video about freezer breakfast foods, and I'm super excited. When my husband and I just got married, I used to make him breakfast every single morning. He went to work at 9 a.m. It was later in the morning, and then we had one baby, and then we had another and a third, and I just stopped that. So for the first few years, he was a lucky guy. For the last few years, he hasn't been a lucky guy. So I make him lunches and dinners, but I stopped making him breakfast food. Anyway, all this to say, today I'm going to be making a breakfast burrito, little 8 cups with add-ins and pumpkin muffins, all to freeze for him to have a very easy homemade breakfast at home without me having to get up earlier to do that. Excited to come along with me? These are the ingredients that I will be using for the breakfast burritos. So we have tortillas, mushrooms, tomato, green chilies, beans, onion, diced hash brown potatoes, eggs, cheese, and some pork sausage. My first step is to cook all the raw ingredients and then the eggs, and then just mix everything up and put it into the tacos. Obviously, I'm going to go by taste. I'm not really following a recipe, but I will link all of the stuff in the description box below. To save some time, I started sauteing the potatoes, and now I'm going to dice up the mushrooms, the onion, and the bell peppers. Now we are going to be cooking the mushrooms and onions. Cook the sausage. This is how I get it out of the little container. I just cut a almost full circle and I keep it in the bag. I hold the tip on the top and just squeeze down. Now I'm just going to break it up with my spatula. Unless I'm missing something, this should be the last thing that I'm going to cook except the eggs. A lot of this stuff is going to be shared with the 8 cups and the burritos. So not all of the ingredients are going into one place. Like the bell peppers will also be in the 8 cups. The onions and marshmallows, just joking, mushrooms, that will also be going in the 8 cups. And for the 8 cups, I will have pre-cooked sausages just because that's what I have on hand. So I'm just gonna cut those up. Since the 8 cups have to bake in the oven, I'm going to start on that first. Basically, I have everything cut up except the spinach. I'm going to put eggs into a container, whisk it all up like I'm making scrambled eggs. Then I'm going to spray these down and then pour the egg mixture in there and then add the toppings. Whatever is left of the toppings, I will put into the burritos. This is the only container that I have with a little spout like this. So I'm going to pour the egg mixture in here carefully. I think I'm gonna need a lot more eggs. So I decided to change it up a little bit because I used all my eggs up. So on 24 egg muffins, I used 36 eggs. I don't have a car right now, so I can't run to the store. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna do half of the burritos with eggs and then the other half with the other fillings with rice. So I thought that would be a cool little variation. And since I ran out, I don't really have a choice. I put the rice in the rice maker and I'm going to continue making the egg cups. I'm using pre-made ready sausages. They are in links, so I'm just gonna cut them up in small pieces. It's lunchtime right now, so I am super excited to try one of these. These are the ingredients that I have pre-made so far. This is the diced potatoes, the onion with mushrooms, bell pepper, spinach, sausage, pre-made cut up sausage links, green chilies, tomatoes, and beans. And of course cheese, I can't forget about the cheese. First, I'm gonna add some spinach. I'm going around it with a butter knife to release it. They look a little bit funky, but they are really good. And putting it on a wire rack so that they can cool down before I flash freeze them and then freeze them in like little bags. Here I am starting with the loaded egg burritos. I am evenly distributing the filling among every tortilla shell. And these were delicious, by the way. It's like an omelet and a burrito and really, really good. And this, my friends, is how you roll a beautiful burrito. I tuck the sides in, not that they're touching, but just a little bit over the filling. And then I put the side that is closest to me over the filling, tuck that in, and roll. So it's pretty simple. Just make sure that the initial two sides that you put in, they're not touching. They're just tucked in a little bit. This is actually a very satisfying process. On to the next variety of burritos, the rice, peppers, sausage, bean, cheese. What else is in there? And those are loaded as well. of course, with every cooking and baking, I have to stop to blow up balloons. I am now saran wrapping each burrito individually, wrapping it up and writing rice or egg for my husband to know what burrito it's going to be, you know, the filling inside, and then putting it into a freezer-friendly Ziploc bag and to put in the freezer. Here they are. Once the burritos are frozen and you want to reheat it, I suggest putting it into a wet paper towel, wrapping it up like that, and then putting it into the microwave for until it's warm. And then if you want, you can toast it on a skillet to get all crispy. We are starting on the cream cheese filled pumpkin muffins. It's gonna be super, super good. So I need 2 blocks of cream cheese, which is 16 ounces, and then 2 teaspoons of flour. And the recipe will be linked down below as well. And 1 cup of sugar. So instead of putting the cream cheese frosting on top of like a cupcake, once it comes out of the oven, we're putting the cream cheese inside of the muffin and baking it with it. So it's gonna be a little firmer texture, but it's still gonna act like cream. My husband loves cream, so when I thought I'm just gonna make him muffins, I'm like, who am I kidding? Now I'm just going to open up a gallon-sized bag and put this cream filling inside of it. And we're putting it into a Ziploc bag because we're gonna use it as a piping bag to pipe a dot of cream cheese in the middle of the pumpkin muffin batter. That's it for the filling. I'm doubling the recipe, so this is the doubled version. I'm adding 2 cups of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup vegetable oil, half a cup of milk, 3 cups pumpkin puree, 4 eggs into this wet mixture, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and 4 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice. And 3.5 cups flour, and you want to mix it until the flour is gone, but not overmix it. The recipe that I just told you guys will be linked down in the description below, and I doubled the recipe, so I am making a lot more than the recipe actually calls for. I think I'm gonna make like 24, but I actually end up with like 30 plus. I am piping the cream cheese mixture that we made earlier into the muffin batter. I am piping it pretty hard for it to go down, not just like a little dot on top, but for it to actually go inside. And the final result, here they are. They are just delicious, and I have been eating them now for the past week from frozen, and I do the same method as like with the wet paper towel, and it works perfectly. I wrap the wet paper towel around it and I put it into the microwave for 30 seconds, and they come out warm and beautiful. The texture didn't change, nothing. It is incredible, and my husband loves them too. So here is the final result. This is the rice burritos, the 8 cups, and the egg burritos, and the muffins. I am so thankful that I got to spend a day to provide for my husband's morning breakfast, and hopefully he will enjoy these, and I enjoyed making them.
Well, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for coming along with me, for cooking with me through this entire video. You guys are awesome, and may God bless you guys in all of your homemaking and all of your food making and everything that you do for your family, because it is so beneficial. I am excited for my husband to get home and wake up in the morning and have this abundance of varieties and homemade breakfast. So may God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!